This is day 77, and in this video, I'm going to talk about how I've been incorrectly storm tanking in duos. So, in a lot of our games, we end up either dying a storm if it max pulls on the 5th zone, the first partial zone, or we'll come in with low whites, which leads to us having trouble getting refreshes or like just being healthy in general, right? So here we were playing zone. This is our first game. So my idea in the first game was, okay, let's just play zone and let's get our metal. Like, we don't need surge. So we were just sitting in a bush. And then my first idea was to come here and start fishing for floppers and shieldfish, which I think is actually a really good idea. I think this is what I should have done, because if you look at my loadout, I'm missing shield and we need whites. Same thing here. He has one mech we can use, but then 2 minis. So obviously we're going to need more shield, but we also need whites. The best way to do that is fishing, because you can guaranteed get floppers and shieldfish from every single hole. But instead, I make the wrong play of going to Tip Top Terrace, because my thought process was, let's go get metal and let's find whites and shield at the same time, because I thought there would be more like leftover shield and whites because it was the first game. But the problem is we're going the opposite way of zone, even further back. And unfortunately, I don't find any whites here, which can happen. Sometimes the teams loot it really well, or multiple teams landed here and they disengaged or they fought, and that's probably what happened in this game. So we found basically no whites. I think I found one slurp this whole time. And if I would have kept fishing here, we would have came out with probably 8 floppers and 6 shieldfish, which is so much better. Even if we don't have cap metal, we can go farm it somewhere else probably. But instead, I go farm here, which is a mistake, because I don't find whites. And eventually my teammate dies. I come in with 10 HP and I start getting shot at, and then eventually I die. So after we died a storm in our first game, we were in a low elo game in our second game. I knew we just had to take high and we'd be able to win. But I make some mistakes on height. So we're connected to trees here. And as you can see, it's opening up on the right side. So I'm looking for trees that we can connect to. But instead of looking over here at the trees, I was kind of like looking over here. So I didn't really see any opportunities. And then what I do bad is like I just full tarp, which isn't the worst way. Also, I'm only connected on one thing. Didn't build this cone or cone here. So I'm only connected on one thing. But I literally could have just waited backside and then jetpacked here. Now, I don't think we should wait the whole time, because what if somebody decides to jetpack up and then cycle us, right? So we should have went decently early. We have so many whites. Jetpack here, connect to this tree, and then we're full chilling, and we don't have to use all these mats. But I decided to full tarp this whole way across, which used a lot of mats, and it ended up not mattering in the end. But I could have saved a lot more mats in case something happened, like we got chopped or somebody came up to cycle us on height. Something I didn't even realize until watching this back is when we were tarping on height, it pulled back to our old builds. And what I should have just done here is, because if somebody chops us in the back, we're like out, right? So we'd have to like jetpack. It would be kind of awkward. So literally all I have to do is build 1, 2, 3 stairs, and then I connect, which creates just another connection. Then we're literally in a full loop. Like, it's almost impossible to chop us at that point. And I should have done that, because it's only 3 builds and ensures that we're going to keep high without getting chopped. The final mistake I make in this height win is, as you can see, it pulls up the hill. There's only 6 people left and 3 teams left, which means it's all duos, right? We're on height, and there's going to be 2 duos on low ground. What I should do now, like, the game is going to end now. There's no way it's going to go to heal off. Is once I tarp across, all I need to do is literally just connect to this mountain so they can't chop us out. Then they only have 2 plays, either run up or jetpack up, which they're just going to jetpack up. And then we can bump them or kill them when they come up. We're still top 3. We're good. We can spray them. But now it's top 2. And I should have started connecting now. Just backwards ramp, tank a bit, and then like do the walls and then connect, and we would have been fine. But they make a crazy play and they start chopping us. And look, I just did it too late. I started doing it, but I didn't want to tank zone, so I took too long, and then my teammate almost dies. Like, you could say he was droning out a bit because he didn't even realize he was being chopped, but I think I should have just connected earlier and we would have been fine. Actually, I don't know. Maybe my teammate was droning and she'd just been over here, because then I wouldn't even have to tank zone. We would have been fine, but there was a possibility they killed the team on low ground earlier and then they started chopping us. So in that case, yeah, then I should just connect earlier. But yeah, I think if I would just connected, that would never happen. See, my teammate just barely jetpacks at the end. I catch him on my builds and we end up cleaning them up and winning this game. But there's a couple mistakes that I made that could have maybe in a different game led to us not winning this game. In this game, we end up getting second place. This is our third game after our win. So we're in decent elo, not crazy, probably like top 300. And I've been sitting up here for the last like couple zones, right? What we should have done first is probably fish. We kind of got lucky with the loot. My teammate got a supply drop. He has 3 bigs, but he has an open slot. Ideally, he has 3 more shieldfish. 6 minis, 2 meds. We can run with that, but only 3 bigs is kind of bad. And then as soon as we don't pull here, the first thing we should just do is literally just like insta jetpack to Bumpy Hill and just build up here. There's no reason to sit here unless we need surge, which you can always use more surge to be more comfortable, but like just get the better positioning, you know? Just get up here. It's a good spot because we can have brick refarm, wood refarm, good positioning. We're going to also get surge from here, and we have a chance to pull the next zone. So that's what we should have just done. But I did like the stupidest play of all time. Like I like told my teammate to like leave and try to get it. I don't even know. Like, there's no point sitting up here because we already have enough surge. And even if we were probably like 300 above at this point, there's no point in still sitting up there. We can get here like these guys and then get more damage and have the benefits of being able to have more mats and better positioning. Once again, I mess up our timing for Storm again. So we pulled the 5th zone. We're on a vending machine just chilling. We're in a really good spot. And we have 2 extra buckets and an extra slurp and 5 extra bandages. And we have gold for the patch up. So we're so stacked, right? I have 2 choices here. Either 1, we bring the mech kits in and leave the big pots, or because we have 3 extra bigs right here, or I drop my AR, take the bigs and the med kits, and then find an AR in zone and go to this mansion or something, or I'll find an AR later. But I literally make the worst decision, which is I pop the med kit instead of using patch ups, and then I pop another med kit again instead of using patch ups. My teammate pops the extra slurp because we can't hold it. He already has 3 slurps. He gets a patch up, then pops a slurp, and then we go in. But you're gonna see my HP, 53 HP. Why would I, like, what's the point? Because now we're in, I have 50 less health, and this is the same problem. I get bailed out by the fact that there's a med kit here, but like, there's a high chance there would be an AR here. This game, unfortunately, there's somehow 3 shotguns here, which is kind of crazy. But in another game, there's probably AR. Just drop the AR in this instance. It's a pretty stacked game. We probably want the big pots, so I should have just dropped my AR, picked up the 2 med kits, used the patch ups to come in so that we have both 100 HP when we come in. So here we are one of the last teams to come in, and we're on dead side, so there's not a lot of teams here, and I know we had to build up. So I make the right play and start building up. But the problem that I make, or the mistake I make, is I should just go up here, go up, and then do like the wall, like, you know what I'm saying, like connect, and then keep going up, and then tarp in till like here. But I go straight 1, and then I build it. It's like so awkward here. And then eventually I get us in, which is good. I didn't even have to build this last box, but I just did it for safety. But I mean, it's just a small thing. Like, I should have just built here and then connected to the builds so that it's more awkward for them to chop, because this is easier for them to chop. All they have to do is shoot this out, and then shoot this out and then do the tech that I was talking about in the videos, and we would be chopped out. But if we're connected to them above, like to the middle of their box, then it's going to be like super awkward for them to chop, and then it's going to leave them exposed to a lot of other teams. So yeah, that's how I should have connected. We go for a pre-edit here, and I'm going to show why it doesn't work. So we do these stairs. I cover all the angles, which is good. Pickaxe. But then I jump up. Like, I don't know where this even came from, but because I jumped up, it messed it up. Like, this probably still wouldn't have worked, but now it has no chance of working because I jumped up and I pickaxed this wall by accident, so then it doesn't work, and then he gets out. It's like little stuff like that where we're not getting refreshes because of dumb shit that I'm doing. So this one, I'm not exactly sure if I made the wrong play here or not. So just looking at our conditions, so this is the second to last moving zone. 15 builds on me, 13 builds, all wood. We're front side low, and I see a kill opportunity, and I don't keep tarping front, and still I go for this kill opportunity. So I cone him and I box him. Now, something I probably should have done is blocked my front so that nobody can go front and then piece me. But I hear someone in my back, and then instantly I build, which is good. But now we did lose front. Like, they have front low. Well, not really. They should have been here instead. But we could have lost front low. But I felt like we needed the kill. But we did have enough mats to survive here. So I don't know if this was the right play. And I do almost die here because I edit on him, which is probably the wrong play. And then I barely get out. I don't know. I just like zero pinged them somehow. And then we stayed on low ground and we were chilling. But that could have easily went another way. And yeah, I don't know if I did was the right play. But I felt like we needed the kill over staying front in that situation. In the first game of the Duo Victory Cup Finals, my teammate gets a kill on backside and we need it. I have 9. He has 9 builds. I have 15 builds. So we need to get this refresh. But we have sickness, so we can't really go in for it, right? So now we're stuck on backside and we need to get in. But I'm going with no scouting, which we kind of have to just go. But by looking at these builds, what I should have done is, obviously there's builds above us, there's people below us. So place a floor like this. Place another backward stair right here. Place a wall here. Then wall, like floors, walls, floors, walls. Literally, and then we have to get all the way here. It's so cooked. Or we had to drop down layers, but then again, this guy can box us. So what happens here is this guy edits, and because I didn't place a wall here, I mean, he could have easily been on this floor and then did it here. So again, like I said, I needed to place a backward stair here and then a wall here so he can't box me. So I get pumped by him, and then because I'm not blocking my left, this guy pumps me, and then I die. And we probably still would have not won the game, but it gives us a chance to potentially win the game. But because I died there and I didn't like build, like I have 32 builds, I should just build. But because I didn't build, I ended up dying, and then we got like 12th place this game. So what I did good yesterday is, although I had packet loss, I still got on to play scrims, but I didn't do the 1v1s that I needed to do. Even though my Wi-Fi got better later, my teammate wasn't on, but I still could have played 1v1s, but I avoided them, and instead I was just like VODing the whole time. I should have done it. And I didn't go for a walk this morning, but I have a valid reason, because the air quality was like 150, and I'm not trying to go outside when the air quality is like 150, so I think that's fine to skip. But again, I had good sleep, I went to bed on time, I feel good today, and I'm ready for scrims, and ready to learn. Tomorrow is the EWC play-ins, so tomorrow's a really important day, and yeah, that was day 77.